What's up, YouTube? This is Mr. MPQ, your source in the Southwest for all things Marvel Puzzle Quest, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona on this Wednesday, April 12th, 2017. Welcome to Hump Day. We're halfway through the week. Tomorrow is a new Crash of the Titans. It's an exciting day in Marvel Puzzle Quest. If you're new to the channel, thanks for clicking that links and joining us here today. If you're a regular, thanks for continued support, and as always, every like, share, and subscribe is always appreciated. Today's video I want to talk about a few things in game that have been changing recently, some new additions, and so we're not going to do any combat, but what I want to talk about is some of these new features. Like right here in the top corner, you see a picture of Iron Fist, and it says ends in 4 hours 50 minutes. That is the new Heroes for Hire portion of the store. So this is going to be a daily changing store with a bundle package that you can purchase for 2,500 gold. The rewards in this are going to be dependent on your shield rank, so all the more reason to get that up. You can level up your shield rank by leveling characters, by completing missions, PvP, everything like that. Opening packs is going to actually raise that shield rank and is going to increase your rewards available in this pack. So this might not be the same for you as it is for me, or as your friend or your neighbor or whoever else plays this game that you know, but this is, for example, what I have available. And 4-star Iron Fist is a fairly new character. The only other 4-star that came out since then has been the Cloak and Dagger, which is the newest one, and this is his blue cover Chief Focus, as well as 4 3-star characters. So that's going to be Luke Cage, Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther, as you can see down below. Also 4,000 ISO and 1 command point. So to me, 2,500 hero points for a 4-star cover that I don't have fully maxed covered yet, plus 4 of probably my favorite 3-stars in the game so far, minus Hulk. He's okay, he's a tank, but he's not my first go-to as a 3-star. The other 3 I do really enjoy having on a team. You get ISO and you get a command point for it. I think this is a pretty solid deal, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then there it is, all those guaranteed rewards. You see exactly up front what you're in for. You know exactly what you're getting. There's no guess, no 1 out of 80. Oh, what is this? So this is going to be, I guess, in the next pack. I don't know if this is supposed to pop up or not, but it says I have 1 day and 4 hours. So this is going to be a 4-star Hulkbuster, 4 elite tokens, which have a chance at a 2 or 3-star, but not 4 stars, and then 4,000 ISO and another command point. For me, I don't think this is as great of a package. I have Hulkbuster at 13 covers, but he's not quite champion ready. I don't feel like he's going to be next on my list to champion. If he was, I would certainly get this. But the draw of 4 elite tokens doesn't appeal to me as much as those other guaranteed covers. So I'm going to probably pass on this next bout of Heroes for Hire, but you know, your package may be more enticing or more appealing, and if it is, you know, I encourage you to build your roster and go for that if you have the hero points available to you. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about, was this new part of the store. Next up, what I want to talk about is the new nerfs, and for that we're going to go back, and you can always find this in the daily news right here, and anything that's these little blue pop-ups shows up right here in this space. So this is why they're updating Old Man Logan. And then this is the season updates for Power Gem season. So, alright, and now we're into the updates for Power Gem season starting 4/6. So that was about a week ago, give or take. So this says that they're going to be adding Iron Fist, which is the 4-star we just saw, Hawkeye to packs, and then Peggy Carter and Loki will be leaving packs as well. So 3 characters going to be updated this season are going to be Elektra, Carnage, and Old Man Logan. And for the duration of Power Gem versus season, the sellback prices of these are going to be updated. There will be a new cover store, which some of you may have seen in one of my previous videos, called No More Guns. And that one will feature all 5 stars except Old Man Logan. These are the updates that they're going to take to these other characters. So Elektra, she's been kind of a love-hate character for me, I'll be honest. I sometimes use her, I sometimes don't. She's not a steady character on my team, but she does certainly have some interesting abilities. She's definitely been a pain to fight, and these updates, while they make them better for us as players, they're also going to make them harder as opponents. So keep that in mind. But with the double cross, this power now targets strike and attack tiles at power level 3, and also targets protect tiles at power level 5. So that is a big boost to the usage ability of this, or usability of this power, I should say. Before, it would only target strike tiles, and if there were no strike tiles on the board, this power was essentially useless. There may be strike tiles once you use it initially, because it gives the enemy some very low-level strike tiles, and then yourself some decent strike tiles once they get converted. But this being able to also target attack and protect tiles is going to be very efficient in being able to use this ability more frequently. The cost didn't change, just the ability's ability. Shadow Step didn't have any change. That's the one where she creates black trap tiles, and those absorb damage and deal damage back to whoever targets her. Ballet of Death. These trap tiles can now be created on red, black, or purple tiles. Trap tiles now steal purple AP as well as damaging the enemy. So that is a massive change, where the trap before was just silent and dealing damage. Now it's also going to steal purple AP, which is going to fuel the double cross, as well as other any characters on your combo team that have purple abilities, such as Kamala Khan, Deadpool, Scarlet Witch. Anybody that she's going to be paired with can also benefit from that AP generation. At power level 3, Trap Tile also steals black AP, and power level 5, Power steals purple, black, and red, as well as damaging the enemy. That is huge. So stealing red AP is going to create also more Ballet of Death tiles, potentially, or fuel other enemy abilities. So I can definitely see myself using Elektra more with this, and I actually have her at like I think a 3-5-5 setup right now. So Ballet of Death for me is already at level 5, and we'll take a look at these in the roster pretty shortly here. I feel like that is a huge boost to her wow factor, and certainly makes her higher up on the ranking list. Carnage, he's another 4-star. He's tough to use because he does a lot of team damage, and unless you can clear those enemy tiles quickly or reduce their effectiveness, he's just becomes a pain by the end of the fight and can actually kill off your own team members. So use him sparingly and cautiously. But with this update, maybe he has a little bit more value to him. Symbiote Size is his red ability. This one only does now single target to the enemy. It used to be damage the target plus allies and enemies, all for the same amount. When the team has over 10 red AP, it does AoE damage to everyone. So now there's a parameter set to whether or not it's going to do that AoE damage, but it will still target everyone. It's not only an enemy-based target. So still got to be careful of when you use that. In if the friendly team is low on health, you might want to consider holding off on that, or using whatever character that's about to die abilities before you use this one, just to get all that effect before using this one and taking them out, and then you lose whatever AP you had saved up. Alien Instincts is no longer passive. This one used to fire anytime anybody on the field, friendly or enemy, used an ability. This now costs 5 black AP and creates 2 friendly and 2 enemy attack tiles. For every downed character, the power creates an additional friendly and enemy attack tile. So as you whittle down the enemy team, and as they whittle your team down, hopefully that's not the case, but it does tend to happen in some instances, especially when he has the ability to do AoE damage to everyone and potentially take out friendly team members as well. This is going to create more attack tiles for each side. Carnage rules now only cost 8 green AP instead of 11. That's pretty significant. That's a whole extra match less than what it would have cost before if you're going by standard match 3. So that one is his ability where he targets random tiles on the board and creates damage for each special tile destroyed. Obviously, the more special tiles on the board, the greater your chances of hitting those and dealing that extra damage. So that definitely increases his value a little bit as well by making it safer for teammates with his symbiote size adjustment. Alien Instinct's no longer spamming the battlefield with enemy attack tiles. And then Carnage rules, his green ability being a little bit cheaper. Old Man Logan is a topic that a few people have commented on and asked me to do a video for. So Old Man Logan was the original 5-star character for the game. He's been around forever, and the reason they had to balance this, if you read the other patch notes, is that he was so overpowered that he outshone all the other 5 stars based on analytics that Marvel Puzzle Quest was using in the game. There's a certain percentage, I forget what the exact number is, but it was a lot, of the winning team combinations in certain events and top players all consisted of something something and Old Man Logan. Because he has the ability to heal, he has the ability to deal out a ton of damage, he's just ruthless. And so they had to water him down basically to make it a little more not only fair to other players for competition-wise, but also because people weren't valuing the entire roster of 5 stars as well as other characters that could be used in place of Old Man Logan because he was so powerful. So Living Legend is now been made a little bit weaker and more so at lower levels of the power. So at higher levels that's going to increase much more significantly. So it's not a graded spectrum of increase. It's going to be a little bit more on the exponential side. So we'll take a look at that in his character when I get out of this video. We'll go back to my roster and check these out all for ourselves. Die Hard, healing power is reduced, and now the power only counts other allies when calculating how much health to restore. Reluctant Hero has no change. That's his passive ability. And then these are his changed abilities. If he's got, I think it's 12 yellow AP with Living Legend, it becomes a whole new set of powers. So Still Sharp has base damage reduced. Old Hammet's, the cost of this power is reduced to 6, and the damage has also been reduced to basically accommodate the changing cost. So you can't have an outlandishly strong ability and have it only cost 6 AP. They had to match that, and that's just fairness in the gameplay. And then Finish the Fight did not have any changes. Here's the little breakdown more about the No More Guns cover, which I explained a little bit earlier in the beginning of the video. So this is a story that covers all 5 stars except Old Man Logan, and the sellback price for Wolverine Old Man Logan includes increased ISO 8 at an increased rate, as well as tokens. So these are for people who have Old Man Logan. They say, hey, I don't like this update. I don't want to use him. I'm going to sell him back and find someone better to replace him with. You're going to get these tokens for the store. You also get one No More Guns token at level 255. You get an additional token at levels 287, 319, 367, 411, 412, and 439. Every 2 champion levels will also give an additional token, and these tokens are the only ways to access this cover store. So you can't use command points, you can't use hero points, only with these tokens. So At 287, that is for leveling up Old Man Logan. And then at these following levels here, you're going to see these numbers: 287, 319, 367, 411, 427, and 439. So that's every so many levels. They're not too far spaced, but it's a 5-star cover. So it is very hard to level up because those covers are more rare. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. And we're back. So, now, and then we work through the rest, that last little news bit there. So we'll go to the roster. Old Man Logan. You see I have him at 270. And the sellback rate for him is 8,000. I can power him up to 300 for 67,212. I'm only going to take him up to 287 just for the sake of getting that token to show you what that looks like. Alright, so he's at 287 there. And where'd it go? Recruit heroes. I actually did not get a token. So that's quite interesting. Well, alrighty then. Maybe it's for other 5-star characters that you have to level to that level. Which would have to be through championing 4 stars because... Oh no, that's 4 stars. 5 stars? I'm not sure. I could probably level one other 5-star up to that high. But I'm trying to save my ISO for a 4-star champ, so I'm not going to do that for this video. I'll save some, I'll try it again. If you've done it and it does work with other 5 stars leveling up, please let me know in the comments below. Let all of us know down in the comments below how that works if you've done it. I just tried it. I thought it was with Old Man Logan, but apparently I was wrong. So, you know, it happens from time to time. But we are going to go to the roster. We're going to check out these 4-star adjustments with Carnage, Elektra, and the other one. I'll remember it here in a second. So this, you can see, also converts enemy strike tiles because I have it at level 3. And level 5 is going to also include protect tiles into that conversion. And then, of course, increase how much the improving strength, quote-unquote, is going to be for each of those. Shadow Step, still the same. And then this also steals purple, black, and red, one of each, and deals 697 damage at the beginning of every turn. I feel like that damage was reduced. Maybe that's just me. But, let's see. Carnage. So the Symbiote Side's ability is a 7 AP cost. So if you get enough matches to use it without going over 10 or 10 or more, then you can use it and not get the AoE effect. If you want the AoE effect, you have to wait until at least 10 and then use it. It's going to deal a base damage of 3987 to the target and then 1437 damage to everybody else on the field. Alien Instincts, you can see there it's got the 5 black AP cost, everything like we discussed earlier. Carnage Rules, only 8 green AP there. Deals 518 damage for each special tile destroyed, but does not generate AP for those destroyed tiles. And then the other, I don't remember. There was another 4-star that we talked about. it was... Oh, Old Man Logan. He was a 5-star. So he was the other one that got modified. And of course I leveled him up. And Living Legend. And this is one of those abilities that when it changes, it doesn't tell you what those new abilities are. It just says replace, and then that's it. So there really should be a tab that tells you replaces these abilities with blank these abilities, and then you can have a subfolder of what those other abilities are once it changes, because that might influence you to spend 720 command points if you have it. I don't, but some people might. To level up that ability. Die Hard, his passive healing ability restores a lower amount of health, and then Reluctant Hero, they didn't really change much there. So those are the characters that got updated. We're going to add that 4-star Iron Fist to the roster, and get him up to level 4 with that blue ability. This is going to create a strength 126 purple strike tile, and then if there are at least 3 friendly strike tiles on the board, fortifies 3 of them and gains 3 green AP. So if you stack your blues instead of using this every 6, boom, 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 to protect those tiles, you can do that. It could be risky. Those tiles could be matched away or converted or destroyed. If you use these all at the same time, you're guaranteed that they all 3 get fortified, and you're going to get 3 green AP, which should fuel crowd control. But if you're using somebody else, like I probably would, because his green actually is a 0, so I can't even use that, it would have to go to somebody else. And then we have his other abilities here. Now I do have 127 characters in the roster, and I've said bad things about Bagman for a long time, but they did put him back in a pack, and I am a collector, so unfortunately I did what I said I wouldn't do, and I did get him. So we're going to put him back on the roster. He's the only cover that I have of him. I didn't even try hard enough in the event because I really could probably care less, but if he came around once, he'll come around again. So now I'm up to 128, and that is literally every character on the roster available, except Cloak and Dagger, which is a new 4-star, and Devil Dino twice. So I'm just short. It should be a complete roster at 128, 120 characters in the game, but I got 2 of one, and now I'm missing 1 of the new ones. So as soon as I get that Cloak and Dagger, I'll add them in as well. That should bring me up to 129. And as a collector, I will be happy. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not a typical video that I've posted, but some people have asked for more content updates like this on this channel, so I'm happy to oblige. If you guys have any other topics you would like me to discuss about Marvel Puzzle Quest, whether it be in-game strategies, roster updates, battle tactics, team combos, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to make those videos as time allows, in between the other regularly scheduled programming videos. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. MPQ for more content and updates when Marvel Puzzle Quest releases it. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and once you subscribe, click the little notification bell down below there, and you can get instant notifications as soon as videos like this get uploaded to YouTube. Until next time, as always, this has been Mr. MPQ, your source in the Southwest for all things Marvel Puzzle Quest. Keep on questing, and I'll see you next time.